Hello, and welcome to Camera Show, where we talk about camera. Let's go find people who like camera. Let's go, come with. Let's go. Hello, sir. Do you like camera? What? Does like camera? Okay, let's go somewhere else. Oh, a person now. Let's go. Have nice lady. Excuse me, miss. What camera use?
Just my iPhone.
Do you like?
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
Why?
Cause it takes...
You should not use phone. You should use real camera.
Why?
Cause said.
Okay.
Okay, let's go find more. Everyone today has a cell phone, that's a fact. And we use them for just about everything, whether it be calling, texting, Facebook, internet access, Twitter, whatever it may be. But people use their cameras on their phones, I think a little bit too much and in the wrong way. I think people need to stop using the cameras on their phones so much and start using more traditional cameras. And I'm going to show you here why you should do that. There's an article called "Your Smartphone Camera Should Suck and Here's Why It Doesn't" by Wired, on Wired.com. And the whole article goes through and talks about why your smartphone camera is better than it should be, and why traditional cameras aren't good enough in comparison, and that the iPhone is good enough. But I disagree with that. I think that the more we use traditional cameras, the more important we'll see that they are. So what I'm going to do here today is compare a couple cameras, tell you some things about them, and why I think you should personally use traditional cameras more often. Okay, before we get started, I just want to say a quick little disclaimer. Yes, this equipment is very expensive. However, you don't need super expensive equipment to get the quality of what we're producing today. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy. So the first camera we're going to use today is the Sony a7R II. This is one of the higher end cameras that they have nowadays. This camera ranges from like $2,300 to $2,800 now. We're also using a 35mm Zeiss lens, which is a higher grade lens as well. So this is the highest grade camera we're going to be using today. So as we can see here in the Sony a7R II image, the image is very crisp and clear. You can see everything in detail. The background is very creamy and out of focus like it should be, and everything looks great. Alright, let's move on to the next camera. The second camera we're going to be using today is the Canon 70D. This is like a lower grade camera than the last one we were using. It ranges from 600 to 800, and it's a more consumer grade camera, which is good. So this is the middle ground of what we're using today. Next here we have an image from the Canon. Still not bad, still good in quality, very crisp still. Background still kind of out of focus, there's still some things here and there, but overall not bad. I think the Sony still does significantly better, as it should. However, let's see how the iPhone stacks up, and we'll see from there. And the last camera we're going to be using today is the iPhone 7. Now this isn't the current generation of iPhone, that would be the 10 I suppose, but it's close enough to what the 10 can do, and I just want to show that this is not as good as those other cameras. It might be more convenient, but it's just not as good. It doesn't produce the same quality as those other cameras. Now I just want to say that I don't hate the iPhone cameras. I don't think they're bad. I don't think any smartphone camera is bad. I just think that people are using them wrong. I don't think people are using traditional cameras enough. There's a feeling of using a traditional camera that you just don't get when you use one of these, and I think that you're going to see that today in these images. And now lastly, we have the image from the iPhone. Now the iPhone's image, as you can see, too many things are in focus. You have all of the background in focus and the model in focus, as well as the lighting is too dark. You can't see the model enough, and the background's too light. So I hope that you can gather from this that the iPhone camera just isn't good enough in comparison to those other cameras. I think that while the iPhone is good for small things here and there, you really just need a traditional camera to get the same feeling in these images. So hopefully, as you can see from this little experiment, that the higher grade cameras are gonna be better. I don't care what any website says. They might say, oh, the iPhone's good enough. It's not. It's just not. And I think when you use these higher grade cameras, you get a feeling that you just don't get when you use an iPhone. You can probably see from the footage that was shown that it just looks better and it feels better when you're using a more traditional camera. So as someone who uses equipment like this every day, I think it's really important for people to remember that while the iPhone is good enough for some people, I don't think it holds the same merit as using a more traditional camera like this. So that's all I hope you take away from this. Thank you for watching, and yeah. So I just want to say a quick thank you to my lovely model Mariah over here and the camera woman behind the camera, Shannon. Thank you so much for letting me use your equipment and helping film, and I hope you enjoyed.